we are looking at other countries, we shall be taking decisions based on the trend and profiles of the disease and virus in those countries. So you'll be hearing from us in the near future about the decisions we are taking on an incremental basis. Because you see now, this disease now has affected 115 countries. So obviously, if you have to stop flights from 115 countries, you are knocking down the entire country. So all we are doing is taking decisions on an incremental basis to make sure that we make decisions which will make sure that our people are safe. That is number one priority as we continue these discussions. This morning, I had a discussion with all of the key airlines, and we shall be discussing as to actions to be taken, possibly by this afternoon. And that will be reported to you in due course. Thank you.
Let me just add this, for clarity, and also to add to my colleague what my colleague has said. I think it is important for us to recognize the global nature of transport and the global nature of this menace. The lady in question, for instance, traveled from Ohio, traveled through Chicago, traveled through London, and ended up in Nairobi. So you can see all the areas that she passed through. Now, let me also add this, that in each of those areas, all the measures that we've been talking about, temperatures, thermal scanners, they are there. But the nature of, and in Nairobi, she was definitely checked. In London, she was checked. In Chicago, she was checked. But there is the period, the 14-day period, because she came on the 5th, and all that time, she was completely and totally normal. So I think we need to be sensitive and understand the complexity of this situation.
Thank you. Any other? Yes?
As I said, the decision was to ban all public rallies. There is no exception. Let me say this. First and foremost, I actually want to thank this lady. I want to thank her so much, because the minute she started feeling slightly unwell, and she said to us, having read what you have been publishing, she felt that she should go to a hospital. She took herself to the hospital. She's a very responsible citizen. She has given us the names of each and every person she has been in contact with throughout that period. We are also informing through this committee and through our Foreign Affairs Ministry. We have informed the British High Commission. We are in the process of informing the American ambassador, because these are people who came from those countries, and this is an import. This is an import case. It is not a homegrown case, which then tells us that hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed, it might be an isolated one and we can tackle it. We have explained, and I have just made an appeal to to the business community. Because unless this, I said it is immoral really for this in this situation for people to increase their prices not because of the cost of production, but to make abnormal profits. And we can only appeal. At the moment, we have not engaged into price controls. We have not started that process. Obviously, if it went haywire, then the government would discuss and see what measures to take. But at the moment, we are just appealing to the business community to exercise some reasonable behavior in terms of pricing of goods and services as well. Yes, Mr. Thank you. First and foremost, this is the time now we begin to understand what self-quarantine, is all about. Because first and foremost, I can confirm here that we are lucky because this is a lady who was living. She's a young lady. She was living on her own, not with a family, but she has been in contact with people. And there was a question about whether we have traced them or not, and I can confirm that we have traced. Not even that. We have even traced the passengers who she was sitting next to. And trace here refers to a person sitting 2 rows behind you and 2 rows ahead of you. So those people, we know who they are, and we are also informing those in outside this country because some of them are not in Kenya. But we have taken the responsibility of also informing those people. So in terms of self-quarantine, if you feel that you have got a cough and you have got the situation that we are talking about, this is where you withdraw. You don't want to affect your kids. You don't want to affect your family. This is where you withdraw and self-quarantine yourself. And all of you have been reading about even Hollywood stars who are self-quarantining themselves, prime ministers who are self-quarantining themselves. So this is the situation where, and I spoke about it, in reference to citizen responsibility. So if that is what you are feeling, you withdraw yourself from the group, you let somebody know. As I said, you can either if you are not that sick, you can find your way to a hospital so that we can test you. And if you think that there is further test necessary, we will isolate you. But the first thing for you to do, the first measure that you must make, if you feel that you are getting there, is to self-isolate. And there is nobody who can get a whole country and quarantine them. There is nobody who can take a whole village and quarantine it. So this is a measure that is being taken throughout the world. It's not a Kenya thing. I think last one maybe.
Second last one.
Sorry? Oh. Well. Thank you very much, colleagues and members of the press. This is a global issue, which is the coronavirus and the disaster we are getting. It's going to affect the entire economy. And the biggest economy that is highly intense with 1.4 billion people traveling all over the world, that is the sector that will be affected. You've seen the lockdown of cities and countries, then there's no travel, airlines are shutting down, then Kenya will not be affected. And if you see the number of people who are arriving already in the Kenyatta airport, the numbers are very low. So already we are feeling the effect of it. It's going to affect us. Luckily, we are entering into a low season, so we can appreciate we're going to a low season. But what is our plan after the low season? Or what is the plan post-corona? That's why the government has allocated 500 million for PR and for marketing strategy post-corona, and we are working with the private sector and the Kenya Tourism Board to do events after this event. In the next 1 month, there will not be any activity in terms of the campaign, but preparing after what we have seen post-corona. So this is the preparation we are doing as a government. But definitely we're going to be hit badly, and our key destination, which is Europe, which is United States, that is where we are going to suffer most. China is already closed, Italy is already closed, but now if there will be a lockdown in Paris, a lockdown in London, then we will be affected. Already you've seen the announcement, no flights going to Europe, from Europe to the USA. I hope there'll be that effect of that cancellation if we can be able to bring people here, but already those countries also locking down, so there'll be no movement into Africa. Thank you very much.
The last question.
Well, let me say this. There has been this misguided notion that if you have got a black skin, you cannot get coronavirus. I would like to disabuse that notion. The lady is an African like you and I.
The last one.
And by the way, she is 27 years old, just like you look like.
The last one. At the back. No, the back. Yes.
Oh, by the way, the issue of the passenger, that was a heart attack. It was nothing, that had nothing to do with coronavirus.
The last question, please.
People taking a measure of being volunteer and they are just in contact with them and to them without having taken any measure.
As I said, there is something that we call contact tracing, and that involves the Ministry of Health has a team that goes out and picks on each and every name. We have got all the names, even the people on the respective flights. We have got the names of everybody who traveled on it. We have got the names, and as I said, the positive thing here is that this lady is doing well. So she's talking to us and telling us, I was with so-and-so for a day, I was with so-and-so for 2 days. So all those people, we have got a response team that is at the moment preparing to start talking to each and every person, taking their temperatures, observing them for the next 14 days to see whether any of them, and obviously what we are going to do for those who are close to them is basically quarantine. They should quarantine themselves. And by the way, some quarantine, when you are told to quarantine yourself, it is not exactly a voluntary suggestion. It is you quarantine yourself. Because if you don't, then you will take you to a proper quarantine area. Thank you all very much. I appreciate, please, my brothers and sisters from the fourth estate, let's work together on this one. I beseech you. Asanteni.